All right, guys, quick video today, but we got to talk about why it's nearly impossible to win the war against these grifters. And we have something very interesting that I noticed, and I wanted to use this to highlight my case here, why it's nearly impossible to beat these grifters and why, we can talk about them all we want. We can expose them. We can show proof, whatever. At the end of the day, unfortunately, there's going to be a new sucker born every minute. It's almost like this, right? You had an entire generation of people who lost a lot of money during the dot-com crash because they fell for the hype and they basically got swindled by a bunch of people on Wall Street, right? Well, we saw basically the exact same thing play out in 2020, 20 years later from that, during the COVID bubble, where you had all these SPACs and all these tech companies and these penny stocks. And the bottom line here is no matter what you do, no matter what you say, there's going to be a new sucker born every minute, and they're going to fall for the exact same tricks. It may be new faces behind these same tricks, these same schemes, these same scams, these same grifts, but these grifts, these schemes, these scams have existed literally for like decades, like literally for like 50 years. Like they've been around for a long, long time. And here's the other part, and this is why I made this video. I have realized that the average person is so unbelievably stupid. You cannot save them. Exhibit A, meet Kevin. I haven't looked at this channel in a while, okay? It's been a long time since I watched this guy's channel. I just kind of don't care. I want to talk about other things than just meet Kevin all day, so I completely just tuned out from his channel. But I happened to look at his channel recently. And when I looked at it, this is what I saw. He dyed his hair green again. But when he dyed his hair green, did that affect his business at all? Did that affect his YouTube channel? No, people are still watching. People are still buying the courses. And this guy literally has a startup called House Hack, and people are still investing money in it. Yes, people are that stupid. They're that dumb that they don't realize that a guy with green hair is a major red flag. Let me give you an example. Let's take the presidential election, which is coming up. If you saw any candidate on stage with green hair, would you run for them? Would you vote for them? No, you wouldn't. There'd probably be a few crazy people in the world who would probably vote for them. They probably have a very small audience of people who would vote for them. But would that person win a presidential election in the United States? No. Why wouldn't they win? Because when somebody has green or red hair and they're running for president, it's just a red flag. It's not professional. It's not trustworthy. It's not something that you do. And so when we look at people like this, it really just blows my mind. It's unbelievable that somebody like this would dye his hair green and still get the following and still get the views that he gets. But then again, I guess I can't really be that surprised because that's just how YouTube goes. On YouTube, it's the one place where when it comes to finance, you could do anything. You could be as stupid as you want. You could do crazy stuff like wear Mario hats and dress up as a freaking Halloween character, and you'll still get viewers and still get people. Here's the worst part. It's not even the fact that they're getting viewers. I don't mind that. If people are entertained by these people, then that's fine. What blows my mind is that people are willing to invest their hard-earned money with somebody who dyed their hair green. Your hair is freaking orange. Your hair is green. And people are giving this guy money. I think that's what blows my mind the most. If you want to watch him, he gets views, that's fine. But the fact that this guy is raising money for a startup, this guy has a ETF on the stock market and people are buying that. This guy has courses and people are buying it and his hair is green. YouTube is the only crazy platform where you could get away with this stuff. And this is why I say you're not going to be able to save the average person. You're just not. You can make videos on it and expose it and try to help the amount of people that you can. Maybe you'll be able to help a few people, but you're not going to change the world exposing these people. Because unfortunately, what Kevin is doing is he's actually proving how messed up this country and this world is. People are just so gullible. They're so gullible and just so stupid. You can't save them. And he's perfectly proved that. He's proven that by saying, guess what? I can dye my hair green and still get people to take me seriously. And that's exactly what's happening. This guy dyed his hair green. He still has employees working for him. You know what I would do if I have a job, I have a day job. You know what I would do if my CEO dyed his hair green? I would leave. I would find a new job. Seriously, I would. I would think something's wrong with him. If he dyed his hair green, And he came into our team meeting with all the managers and all the executives with his hair green. And he said, good morning, everybody. Today we're going to talk about, that's a red flag. Like, why is your hair green? Okay. And let me show you something else. It's not just him. There's also another person on YouTube who has a pretty big following. Bird Lady Roller Pigeons. This is a YouTuber who literally talks about one stock. She talks about some stock called MMTLP or something like that. She literally dresses up like a bird in every video. And people actually watch her and they follow her updates about MMTLP stock, and they buy the stock and they put their hard-earned money into the stock because they listen to the words that she's saying. Yes, folks, people are taking financial advice from a lady that's dressed up as a freaking bird. You can't make this stuff up. It's unbelievable. But I say this to say it really helps put everything into perspective. This is a great case study that shows you why you can't save people. People are beyond being saved. You can't. They're victims of their own stupidity, and there's nothing you can do about it. You could talk about some of this stuff for the drama, for the clicks. You could talk about this stuff maybe to help some of the reasonable people out there. But the fact that people are even this dumb enough to listen to somebody dressed as a bird and put money into a stock that they recommend, or listen to somebody with freaking green hair and put money into that guy's startup, is just absolutely nuts. Like I said, only on YouTube can you get away with this stuff. If anybody on matter of fact, I can't think of one person on Wall Street whose hair is green. You can't get away with that on Wall Street. Nobody's going to take you seriously. You can't get away with that in politics. Nobody's going to take you seriously. You can't get away with that in business. You can't even get away with that in the real world. If I showed up to my job and my hair was green, do you think I'm going to get hired? Do you think I'm going to get hired? Now, I understand a little part of it. I understand some people are like, well, I should be able to be who I want to be. And, I should be able to dress up and dye my hair if I want, the whole woke stuff. I get it. Fine. Maybe. I get it. You should be able to be who you are in some capacities. But when you're trying to brand yourself as a professional, you cannot carry yourself in an unprofessional manner and say, oh, I'm just being myself and, whatever. No. Nobody's going to. As a matter of fact, you can. That's fine. But you can't ignore the consequences of that. Nobody's going to take you seriously doing this. So right here is just 100% undeniable proof that you cannot save people. I mean, for crying out loud, if people are stupid enough to invest their money with somebody who has green hair or buy a stock from a lady who dresses up as a freaking bird, what more can you do? It doesn't matter if there are 50 CoffeeZillas in the world, or if there's a bunch of internet detectives scam busting people. It doesn't matter if they're 10 Spencer Cornelius. Like, it just doesn't matter. People are always going to be gullible. And so I just wanted to make this video just to highlight that, just to highlight how outrageous it is that somebody with green hair can actually post videos on YouTube and still get people to give him their money. It's just absolutely insane. Anyway, that's really all I got for today's video. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.